The fishing news is brought to you by Interlux Marine Paint, Maxima Fishing Line, and Okuma.
Hey there, Toby Lapinski for the New England edition of the Fisherman magazine, this week's web video fishing forecast for New England. I'll start things off to just let you know that the June issue of the Fisherman magazine hits your mailboxes and newsstands this week, and we've got all the hot fishing for the 6th month covered. From sharking to trolling for tuna to doormat fluke to big bass on a kayak and more. I'm sure you'll find something special that is certain to help you put more fish on the boat or beach this month. All right, moving on into the reports. Start off as always in Connecticut, where striper fishing ramped up a notch this past weekend off the Connecticut coast, with large fish being reported from the Stamford area east. Capt Blaine Anderson boated a fish that he said hit the 50-pound mark on his Boga on Monday, likely landed on a live bunker, as that has been the key to the bigger fish lately. He also said he landed several other quality fish on the day, so they're really on the move now. And fluke fishing in the Sound has been going pretty good of late, with decent reports coming in from Niantic to the Norwalk Islands. Hillyers in Waterford weighed in a few fish around 10 pounds over the weekend, and my friend Chris Wahl jigged up a nice 6.5-pounder on his kayak while fishing in the mid-Sound this weekend. Then moving on over into Rhode Island, fluke fishing continues to lead the way with a few more 10-plus pound fish being landed over the holiday weekend. And Captain Tom Logan of Fish On Charters in Watch Hill has been hitting the island for some larger fish being landed generally off the south side of Block. And speaking of Block Island, I received my first report of some decent bass over there as Steve Spina trolled up some nice bass on Tony Maja bunker spoons this weekend. Now we should start to receive reports of more and more large fish coming from the island in the next few weeks, with a big shot of bass likely to arrive by the full moon later this month. All right, and then up in Massachusetts, there's some solid action on striped bass from Buzzards Bay through the canal and on throughout Cape Cod Bay all the way up to P-Town right now. I'm getting reports from small schoolies on up to fish about 45 inches or so, with no real concentrations of the larger fish set up anywhere just yet, but they're sure to start moving in and square up in and around the canal. And then up around Boston Harbor, the flounder fishing just keeps chugging along, with great catches being made at all the usual spots like the Deer Island Flats, Rainsford Island, Pettix Island, as well as 100 other little no-name bumps and channels in the area. Captain Jason Colby of Little Sister Charters is finding some of the best fishing he's seen in the area in many years, with lots of 17 and 18-inch fish being boated daily. Well, there you have it. I'm Toby Lapinski for the New England edition of the Fisherman magazine, wishing you tight lines if you head out into the water this weekend.
The fishing news is brought to you by Interlux Marine Paint, Maxima Fishing Line, and Okuma.